Hello grade 7 students, welcome to grade 7 virtual class second quarter week 6. This is your teacher Abby. Are you a living thing or non-living thing? Do you have pets at home? Are your pets living or non-living thing? What you and your pets need to survive? How can these needs help you to survive? Let's find out as we start to discuss how living things interact with their physical surroundings. Ecology is the study of the interactions of living organisms in their natural environment. Ecosystem is the structural and functional unit of ecology where living organisms interact among themselves and also with the encompassing physical environment. Ecosystems could be observed in many possible ways. So, there is no one set of components that make up ecosystems. However, all ecosystems must include both biotic and abiotic components, their interactions, and a few sources of energy. The non-living chemical and physical factors in the environment prevailing in an ecosystem form abiotic components. Abiotic factors play a crucial role in all of biology. They are broadly grouped into climatic, edaphic, and physiographic factors. Climatic factors. Climatic factors are the factors responsible in determining the climatic condition of an area. These include light, temperature, water, and wind. Light. Solar radiation drives almost all of our planet's ecosystems and has made the staggering diversity of life here possible. Sunlight is used in ecosystems to heat the atmosphere and to evaporate the transpired water into the atmosphere. Light energy is also necessary for photosynthesis, a process used by bacteria, algae, and plants to convert carbon dioxide into cellular energy. Have you ever thought why certain flowers bloom only in certain seasons? Why do we get certain fruits in a fixed season and not the others? This is because the changes in season involve changes in the length of day and night, and some plants need a certain amount of light to flower. This is photoperiodism. Photoperiodism in plants is the process by which plants measure the extent of light and darkness to regulate flowering and certain other processes despite of the climate or weather. In short, photoperiodism is the response of plants to light. Short-day plants are those plants that flower when they are exposed to long periods of darkness than periods of light. Long-day plants want less darkness to generate the reaction needed to produce flowers. Day-neutral plants are not affected by the amount of darkness or daylight hours. These plants respond to the census process. As the plant ages, the flower blooms and sets fruit. Plants could also be a sun-loving or heliophytes or shade-loving plants or sciophytes. Temperature. Throughout the year, temperature varies greatly across different parts of the earth. Temperature plays an important role in evaporation and transpiration and causes seasonal changes in weather. Temperature also affects germination of seeds, causing seasonal variation in vegetation. Plants and animals have special adaptation to fit them to the temperature of their specific environment. Biochemical processes that bring about life are temperature dependent, making it as an important abiotic factor. It affects the rate at which photosynthesis, cellular respiration, and decomposition takes place. Next is we have water. It's one of the major essential factors in the ecosystem. All living organisms need water, for it is the main and built-in component of living cells. About 80% of the human body and 90% of the plant body consist of water. Plants are adapted depending on available amount of water in the following ways. Xerophytes are plants that can live in dry habitats or in areas with very low water supply. Mesophytes are plants that need a moderate amount of water. Plants that grow entirely or in very wet soil are hydrophytes. Can you guess which type are the plants below? Figure 4, the cacti, is an example of xerophytes plants. Figure 5, water lotus, is an example of hydrophytes plants. Figure 6, the rose, shows an example of mesophytes. Next is we have wind. The wind is a moving air. It helps in seed dispersal that assists in the pollination of plants. The wind is also important in formation of rain as it speeds up evaporation and transpiration. Winds form sand dunes, which can be habitats for other organisms in desert. Wind causes wave formation in lakes and ocean, which improves aeration of water in these water bodies. Areas experiencing strong winds may stunt growth and distort the growth of trees. Next, Edaphic Factors. Edaphic factors are those factors associated with the soil. The pH of the soil and soil structure are right to be considered. The type of soil found in your ecosystem will have influence on the kinds of plants which will grow in therein ecosystem. Soil pH is the acidity and alkalinity nature of the soil and can be measured using pH scale. Soil pH affects nutrients available for plant growth. pH determination can indicate whether soil is suitable for the plants to be grown or it must be adjusted to supply optimum plant growth. Soil texture indicates the relative content of particles of various sizes that compose the soil, the amount of water and air it holds, and therefore the rate at which water can enter and move through the soil is influenced by its texture. Next is physiographic factors, are those associated with the physical nature of the land surface. It includes topography, slope and altitude, and aspect or direction. Topography is the varied terrestrial surface that exists in the ecosystem. Mountains, hills, rocky areas, cliffs, and flat plains. Diverse topography for a variety of plants and animals that inhabit the area. Altitude plays a role in vegetation zones. At high altitudes, limited animal and plant species are established. Plants growing at mid-altitudes experiencing more stunted growth. Plants at sea level are abundant. Aspect refers to the position of a land surface with the sun or wind or wave action. It is the direction that the slope faces. If the slope is facing towards the sun, then the temperature is hotter and drier in that place compared to the temperature the area does not face the sun. And that is it for today's lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, GAITF. or you can log into your account at lcms.gaitf.com so that you can answer the quizzes and activities given by the teachers. Thank